What you are about to witness is not just survival. It is a radical act of transformation. One woman will leave the modern world behind, seeking a forgotten connection with the wild. Armed with only her hands and her will, she must forge a new existence from the ground up. But the reason she chose this life is more astonishing than you can imagine. Stay with us as a hidden world is unveiled. The first challenge begins: to build a sanctuary before the unforgiving elements close in. Each piece of wood is carefully chosen, an essential component of her future home. The forest provides the materials, but strength and determination are her true tools. Slowly, the skeleton of a shelter emerges, a testament to her resilience. With meticulous care, she weaves the walls, creating a barrier against the vast wilderness. Every notch, every joint, is a step closer to safety and warmth. As the structure is complete, a new need arises: the life-giving comfort of fire. A simple message serves as a reminder of her purpose. Life is better around the campfire. The first spark ignites, a tiny star against the encroaching darkness. Inside her creation, a moment of peace, the first taste of a hard-won meal. She gathers nature's offerings, brewing a simple tea from the forest floor. In the gentle glow of the fire, a profound sense of satisfaction settles in. This small haven, built by her own hands, offers a quiet victory over the wild. Here, in the heart of the woods, she finds a peace the modern world cannot offer. With each passing day, her skills deepen, and her ambitions grow. A new project begins, a fresh harvest from nature's pantry. The bounty of the forest is laid out, a vibrant palette for a simple, nourishing meal. She assembles her food with the same care she uses to build her home. In a new, more intricate shelter, she enjoys the fruits of her labor. This structure is different, a living shelter woven from the forest itself. To create it, she must gather the very skin of the woods, the soft green moss. Handful by handful, she collects the living carpet, a material that will provide insulation and camouflage. She begins to thatch the wooden frame, blanketing her creation in a coat of green. The process is slow and meditative, a partnership between builder and nature. The strong wooden bones of the shelter are reinforced, ready for their living skin. More wood is added to the frame, strengthening the dome-like structure. From the inside, she meticulously weaves the final pieces, ensuring her haven is secure. The interior becomes a cozy, protected space, shielded from the outside world. A simple cloth door is hung, the final touch on her woodland home. The finished dwelling blends seamlessly into the forest, a hidden gem of natural architecture. A small fire brings warmth and light, transforming the shelter into a home. Looking out from her creation, she is not just a visitor. She's a part of this ancient landscape. In the quiet of the fading light, she has found her place of peace. But the seasons change, and with them, new and greater challenges arrive. Winter descends upon the forest, blanketing the world in a pristine, silent layer of snow. Survival now demands a new kind of ingenuity, a different type of shelter built from the cold itself. She works with frozen wood, her breath crystallizing in the frigid air. Every resource is precious, gathered with effort from the sleeping forest. She moves through a landscape of stark beauty, alone but resolute. The ancient trees stand as silent witnesses, to her solitary struggle. Her search for materials continues, each discovery a small victory against the cold. The first poles of a new frame are raised, a stark skeleton against the white snow. The familiar rhythm of the saw returns, a sound of creation in the winter silence. Her focus is absolute, her movements efficient and practiced. With a bundle of firewood secured, she moves with renewed purpose. A teepee-like structure takes shape, a classic design for surviving the harsh winds. The apex is carefully bound, the key to the shelter's strength. She weaves more branches into the frame, strengthening her winter fortress. The peak is reinforced, ready to bear the weight of snow and wind. She tests her work, ensuring it will stand against the elements. Now she needs a different kind of cladding, dried reeds gathered from a frozen marsh. These reeds will provide a layer of insulation, trapping precious warmth inside. She begins to attach the reed mats to the frame, enclosing her new winter home. With her shelter complete, she stands back, a solitary figure who has tamed a piece of the winter wild. But one shelter is not enough. She begins an even more ambitious project, a house of snow. She packs dense snow around the wooden frame, using the very element of winter as her building block. Layer by layer, the walls rise, the structure growing stronger with each block. The quingy begins to take its final form, a smooth white dome in the evergreen forest. She meticulously fills every gap, creating a seamless and insulated shell. The roof is completed, encasing a pocket of stillness against the cold. From within, the world is transformed into a space of quiet, filtered by a sanctuary of snow. As the snows begin to thaw, the landscape changes once more. In a forest of bare trees, the familiar work of gathering and chopping wood resumes. Each swing of the axe is precise, a rhythm of self-sufficiency. She prepares her fuel with an expert's touch, knowing fire is life. She carefully arranges the kindling, preparing to call forth the flame. This ritual of fire making is ancient, a fundamental skill of survival. The process requires patience, a deep understanding of the wood. She readies the tinder, the delicate heart of the fire. Every piece is placed with intention, building the foundation for a lasting warmth. This constant preparation is the pulse of her life here, a steady beat of work and reward. The cycle of gathering and preparing is endless but deeply fulfilling. She's in complete harmony with her needs and the environment that provides for them. With the passing of winter, a new chapter unfolds, one of permanence and artistry. In a forest of birch trees, a more permanent home begins to rise. This shelter is larger, more complex, a sign of her growing confidence and skill. She moves through the awakening forest. With the easy grace of someone who belongs, she employs an ancient technique, creating fire from friction, a testament to her mastery. This life is not only about survival. There is time for art, for music that fills the quiet woods. She works high above the ground, fearlessly crafting the roof of her new domain. The A-frame structure grows, a sturdy testament to her engineering skills. Down to the smallest detail, she shapes each component, ensuring a perfect fit. The finished roofline stands sharp against the sky, a symbol of her achievement. A quiet moment of reflection, gazing out from the home she built from nothing. The structure is a masterpiece of bushcraft, strong, elegant, and perfectly integrated with its surroundings. The simple tools of her trade lie ready for the next task. She now thatches the roof with dried grass, adding a thick layer of natural insulation. The work is painstaking, but the result will be a warm, dry, and comfortable home. The completed cabin stands as a monument to her incredible journey of self-reliance. Inside, she settles into a life of quiet domesticity, the wilderness her only neighbor. The warmth of a small stove transforms the cabin, allowing for the comforts of a cooked meal. Simple ingredients are transformed into a hearty, well-deserved feast. The sizzle of potatoes in the pan is a sound of contentment, of a life made from scratch. Here in the home she built, she enjoys a happiness that is pure and profound. In this final evolution of her homestead, the cabin is a place of warmth, light, and peace. As night falls, the shelter becomes a beacon, a single point of human warmth in the vast darkness. The land continues to provide all she needs, from fresh water to building materials. She ventures out once more, gathering wood for a new, even more robust structure. She expertly notches the logs, using techniques refined over seasons of practice. The shavings fall away, revealing the clean wood beneath. Her strength is undeniable, her connection to these ancient tools complete. A log cabin begins to take shape, the most ambitious project yet. She works with an artist's eye, ensuring every log fits perfectly. The walls rise, a solid barrier of timber, bound together with skill and rope. She pauses to admire her work, the structure a symbol of her enduring spirit. With the powerful swing of an axe, she custom fits each piece of the puzzle. The roof is laid, a lattice of branches that will soon be covered. Heavier logs are hoisted into place, forming a solid, protective canopy. Every element is bound securely, built to withstand the test of time. The roof is thatched with grass, a familiar process that now feels like second nature. The final layers are applied, completing her most permanent home yet. The smallest details are attended to, a perfectionist's touch on a masterpiece of survival. The finished cabin is a marvel, a home truly born from the wilderness. Her work here is done, the site cleared, leaving only the monument to her labor. In this final construction, all her skills converge, building a sturdy log shelter with practiced ease. The walls are built log by log, a classic design that has sheltered humanity for centuries. She lifts the heavy roof beams alone, her strength honed by the demands of this life. Each beam is secured with care, the framework of her final sanctuary. Strong knots bind the structure, a simple technology that is timeless and effective. A waterproof tarp provides modern protection, a practical concession in her wild world. She clears the area, bringing a sense of order to her camp. A delicate curtain adds a touch of softness, transforming the rustic shelter into a cozy retreat. As evening falls, the completed shelter waits to be inhabited. She arranges her sleeping space, preparing for a restful night. The simple act of drawing the curtain signals the end of the day's labor. Outside, a cooking fire is built, the heart of her outdoor kitchen. The flames grow, pushing back the night and casting a warm glow on her face. She sits by the fire, a figure of complete peace, at one with the world she has created. She prepares her evening meal, chopping fresh ingredients by the light of the fire. This is no longer about mere survival. It is about thriving, creating elaborate meals. She cooks with flair and confidence, master of her rustic domain. A pot of rice steams over the open flames, a simple, comforting staple. Every necessary spice and tool is at hand. Her camp a model of efficiency. As she enjoys her dinner under the stars, she embodies a life of freedom and fulfillment. The rewards of her labor are not just shelter, but delicious fire-cooked meals. A steak, perfectly seared, is sliced with care. A feast fit for the queen of this forest. The final dish is a work of art. A savory combination of rice, meat, and fresh grains. The taste of food earned through hard labor is a satisfaction few will ever know. Inside her lantern-lit cabin, the meal is a private celebration of her success. Her home is a constant project, always being improved and maintained. She's not alone here. She shares this world with its smallest inhabitants. By day, the camp is a hub of activity, a fully functioning homestead in the wilderness. The door to her home opens, ready for a new day of purpose. She gathers water from a nearby stream, a daily ritual connecting her to the lifeblood of the forest. Wildflowers are collected, not for decoration, but to brew a fragrant tea. Back in the cabin, preparations begin for another creative culinary project. A fire is kindled, the engine of her outdoor kitchen. She mixes a simple batter, preparing for a sweet treat. The batter is poured into a hot pan, the promise of fresh, fire-cooked pancakes. They cook quickly over the flames, filling the air with a delicious aroma. A perfect flip reveals a golden brown crust, a sign of her well-honed cooking skills. The finished pancakes are lifted from the heat, ready to be served. She plates her creation, a simple meal that feels like the height of luxury. This is the culmination of her journey, a life of peace, purpose, and simple, profound joy. She garnishes the pancakes with wild berries, a final flourish from the forest bounty, a dusting of sugar and a dollop of cream complete the beautiful rustic dessert. She savors every bite, a moment of pure bliss in the heart of her wild kingdom. A warm drink complements the meal, a perfect end to her morning. Standing before the home she built, she is the embodiment of strength and independence. She has not just survived the wilderness, she has made it her own. A very special thank you to the owner of the YouTube channel Victoria Outside for creating this wonderful video and allowing me to comment. If you enjoyed this narrative, please visit and support their channel at the link in the description below.